Okay, 1668, good luck. It should be green, just is now. 13, nearly 1400 games for my opponent, that's very good. I'm on 479 now. We've not played before, there's no head-to-head score. We'll play the normal carrot. I should mix these openings up a bit, I know that, but I tend to play your same openings. Take with a queen rather than the pawn. It's not a great move. The engines don't like it, but it gets you out of the more standard theory that little bit quicker. Okay, he's playing very, very quick, isn't he, though? So bishop up somewhere, queen down, queen up. I'm quite happy playing endgame, so I don't mind if he does this idea. Otherwise, I'm just going to try and develop the bishop and castle. So he's looking to trade. Again, I'm happy with that. So here he might play knight down. Takes, bishop takes, knight up. It would mix it up a little bit. He could trade. He could bring the knight in. I'm just trying to get castled and then worry about the rest of the game. Okay, he's gone back, so I will castle. Now I've got to watch out for the knight down ideas. Right now it's covered though. I think I'll play a knight up. Again, my knight does cover this square, so if he comes in quickly, it's initially protected. So kick the knight in any event, but say the mate threat is guarded. So he's gone back, so I've got knight up. I can maybe play queen up for rook across. I'm not sure I actually want to take, even if he leaves it there. I'm going to bring this rook over, give the knight or the bishop a path back. So now I'm kind of committed. Where does my bishop go? I'm going to stay here right now, keep it in a more defensive position. Knight across, knight can come back here. Okay. So if I come here and you take, how do we take back? Probably this way. You might be looking at trying to sacrifice. So I'm going to go here to hit the 2. I could take this way, I could do. That would mix it up. It feels too risky, doesn't it? Yeah, I'll go this way. It feels too risky, that, given his 4 pawns on the queen side. I'm just wondering if he's trying to do something like this. So here, takes, takes. It's a little bit loose, but it feels alright. Rook here walks into a problem. So I'm going to push the pawn up. Probably take with a pawn if he takes, just to keep them connected. But yeah, there's a weakness, but at least it's on a light square. So I'll take back. Rook can't really go here because of the bishop threat, but here we could do. Yeah, he's gone back, so it kind of pushes my rook to where it wants to be. So either bishop here, knight here, or maybe the other way around, that sort of concept. I think he's looking at some sort of sacrifice or that type of idea. I'm looking at bishop here as well. Helps to cover knight down. Yeah, I'm going to go here. Now queen up loses a knight, so that's no good. But knight up or knight across, depending on if he goes for a very sharp sacrifice, which he could do. Maybe queen here and something like this to try and move the bishop at some point in time. Okay, right now, I guess I've got knight over. We get tempo on the queen and we can jump forward. It feels alright. He can't go there to keep this threat alive because you can see the concept of the pin. But the bishop covers this. They're all covered, so the queen needs to move. And then maybe I can start to push these pawns, but he's going to then get an outside passed pawn. That's risky. But I'll get a passed centre pawn. I've got queen up here and I can trade the queen. I'm very happy to play an end game. Trade, trade. I'm going to do that. I don't mind playing end games against anybody. If I did nothing there, again, he's still got the idea of a sacrifice, and if you take, your knight is undermined. Okay, we have traded, so we're in an endgame. So now if we push, trade. We might have a protected passed pawn, but our opponent has one as well. So that's risky, but it's a backward pawn. So it's dangerous just to leave it. I think I need to probably risk this. Takes, see what he does and push on. I think I need to risk that, so I'm going to do it. I'm trying to get down the board before my opponent can get down the board. So he's played knight across, so presumably he wants to go here. So here, if you take, I can try and take here. I could just drop the bishop back to deal with this knight in. And then the knight forward as well. So knight forward, knight in, bishop back, and it feels okay. So I'm going to develop my knight and drop the bishop back. So drop back. Now I'm potentially going to push on here rather than leaving this tension in the center. So happy for me to take, but I can push and try and push here. So here, down, gives me a target. That's still a target. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Pre-move in case he takes the rook. Oh, it's not without a lot of risk, this. If he trades the rook, then I get at least initially control of the open e-file. Get the cursor off the board there so there's no accidental slips. Yeah, he's come across, so I presume I need to push this immediately, otherwise he's got this move. Then I can potentially march on. Knight in, I can simply take, which I'm happy to do. Bishop in, take, knight here is a bit of a problem. I've got rook up to hit bishop and pawn, that's interesting. So here he's still got this knight concept, trade, a pawn falls. So rook here is a candidate move, rook here is a candidate move. I like this one, but knight in hits two rooks. So if I go here, like I say, you still hit two rooks, but we immediately hit the bishop. Takes would be okay. So here, if he drops back, maybe knight up to hit the bishop. I guess you've got this. Actually, you don't have that. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go here and hit the bishop and maybe double the rooks up this way. I mean, it's still allowing the knight to hit the rooks on these light squares, but the bishop does cover. So that's what he's gone for. Okay. So we can see the concept. So I assume I just want to play here. Yeah, I'm going to go here and take. Now I am threatening to take the bishop if he doesn't trade. Okay, he's come forward. Oh, I've blundered. I've just hung my pawn. I've hung the pawn. I wasn't paying attention to that. I think I can go here and here though, if he takes and then try and go for this pawn. It might actually give me the second rank. So I'm going to go here to try and crash through and double up. Again, that is still covered for a move. Bishop back, I still don't have to take. I can try and grab the pawn. He's playing this pretty well, isn't he? I'm down on the clock, nearly, what, half a minute, over half a minute. So here, takes. I don't like the look of that. Here, takes, with a view to doing this. So he's kicked my rook. Can I go here now and simply hit the knight and the bishop at the same time? Has he blundered? If I go here and you don't move the knight, then I can take it. And if you do move the knight, I don't see anywhere you go that protects your bishop. So I think he's blundered allowing this. I think he has. So this is where I can use a few seconds. You might have to sack the knight. I can take back anywhere. Then you can move your bishop. There's no way to easily attack the rook. So I'm going to do it. Just hit two pieces at once. If I'm blundering, but I don't see it. You just play whatever you see. But if he sacks the knight, for instance, for a pawn, he's got two pawns for the piece because he's gained a pawn. And obviously this could be very fast, just two moves off being guarded. So he has come forward, but that's just a knight. So which one do I want? I can take the bishop. So is his knight trapped if I take the bishop and attack the knight? If he comes forward, I assume he's getting trapped. If I take here, the bishop's easier to run. So I think I should take the bishop. I still hit the pawn, hit the knight. This rook hits this pawn. If he comes here, there must be a way to get the knight trapped eventually. Or I just grab the pawns. Yeah, that's what he's done. So these squares are covered, so you've got these two. So they're the two to go for. So rook here, but there's no easy way to actually attack the knight, is there? If I go here, I can attack the knight, or here. If I go here, you can go there. Yeah, I'm going to drive the knight to the side. I'm going to try and grab this pawn. Once I've grabbed the pawn, I've got an idea like bishop up. He might escape, though. Actually, knight here, he's got this, Andy. Why did I do that? Oh, he's gone back. Okay, he just forgot that it was still being attacked, or he didn't see the idea to go here. That really should be good enough now. Should be, but they're never over till they're actually over. Amateur level games, anything can go wrong. So I assume I take this one now. Control the center. There is this saw which splits his pawns. Actually, that might be better. I'm going to get this one just so it's an isolated pawn. That's his big asset potentially now. If I can even sack the bishop for it, I'd be pleased. This is an idea. Get the bishop in. So that's his obviously big asset. I've got to be careful, mind. I think I'm in time to take and go here and create a threat. So I can go here and create a checkmate threat, I think. Here, if you go here, it's mate. If you go to the corner, I can protect with the bishop. Okay, now, as long as I go here, check, I can sack the bishop for the pawn, so it's fine to take here. But just, as long as I get the bishop here, oh, that's checkmate. Okay, that's actually checkmate. Unlucky.